Fantastic player. I'd never met him, but I believe he was a lovely man. And it's a terrible tragedy that's happened, especially for himself, for his family, and his brother. It's horrendous, and it's just unspeakable. I don't know what to say. God help his poor family, and it's terribly sad.
How do you...
Personally, I thought he was a fantastic player, one of the best players ever. Always scored a goal when he came on, and just incredibly sad. He'd be well remembered, and he'll never be forgotten. He'll never walk alone. All over the UK, really. People have come from Spain and Portugal. Just spoke to a couple of American guys and come over. Been absolutely fantastic. This is something that's affected the whole world, really. Everybody around the world is devastated.
Okay.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's typical Liverpool, isn't it? You know, Diogo was one of our own, and we're here to celebrate his life, and you know, our thoughts go out to all his family and friends. You know, he was a tremendous player. I always called him a little rascal. He wasn't afraid to leave his foot in.
Yeah.
He just popped up. People would say, I haven't seen Diogo today, and then it's 1-0 and he just got tapped one in, or he was just a great player.
Yeah.
And obviously didn't know him, but from what you hear from all the reports, he was a great fella as well. You know, a loving father, brother, etc. You know,
Yeah.
really good man.
I guess it's with all.
Well, I think Andy Robertson summed it up, didn't he? He said he's the most British foreign player we've ever had. You know, he's just like really. Yeah, he wasn't the most flashy. You know, he didn't have the tattoos and the haircuts and all that. He was just like a guy who loved football, and you could tell that, couldn't you? You know, sometimes a bit too wholehearted. That's why he got injured. You know, some of the times just like just ease it down, calm it down a little bit. But he just full-hearted, and I think that's why we love him. We took to him so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, there'll be a gap in that dressing room now, and you know, every time the players come in to get changed, you know, that 20 will be there and it'll be empty. You know, they'll think about it, and hopefully we'll just spur them on to greater things, you know, to do it for Diogo. You know, I think that's what we need to do.
I mean, there's a few people.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think just saying to my friend on the way up here that I think it's the first time we've had a player actually pass away while they've been playing for us. You know, many have passed away, obviously, but not while they've actually had their shirt. So I think it'd be a nice tribute if we could retire the number 20.
Yeah, it's an absolute tragic incident at what's happened, and I woke up yesterday to news, and even my partner was like, no, it's not happened. And I was like, yeah, it's all over the news. So literally I was just like, I'm and then I ended up being a bit so like, because Jota's my favourite player at Liverpool. So well, what I remember him as well as all his goals, is basically that infectious smile that he always has. To me, he was always, I don't know, like an inspiration on and off the pitch. A lovely family man. If like, obviously you see all the social media and stuff, and his wife's. Yeah, it was just basically that. And then I remember when he first came to Liverpool from Wolves, I was just so excited that we were getting him, because I could see the potential in him.
Yeah. I mean, so with all due respect to him, he was never kind of, you wouldn't say he was one of Liverpool's. Yeah.
I think that's what he, like, I think Arne Slot said it. He wasn't there to be popular, but he was.
Yeah.
And it was just basically, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was his smile or the way he was on the pitch, the way he celebrated, like on his own or with the team. It was just basically, I don't know, but I seriously, my heart goes out to the whole club, his teammates, because I don't even have a clue what they're going through right now.
Say about him as a player.
He was awesome. You always knew that if he was in the starting 11, if he came on the substitute, something would happen. I mean, he saved us a few times. I mean, the last goal he scored here was against Everton. I mean, that was a winner. And then when we were at the Spurs game, I'll never forget that one, when it was 3-3 during extra time, and then within 2 minutes he's up the other end and scores the winner. And it was just he was just a pleasure to watch.